Hi BookTube, Lynette here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about a book buying ban challenge that I am about to undertake. Yes, that's right, I am going to be putting myself on a book buying ban. However, it's not a complete ban. The idea, I saw this video 3 times this week and I knew it was a sign that I had to do it. Originally I saw it on MJ's channel, Reading This Life, Charlotte, who is the Mad Chatter, and Josh over at Working Man Reads. They had seen a YouTuber called Ollie, his channel name is Criminolly, talk about this no buying ban that he's going to do. He has decided that he is going to read 100 books that he already owns before he can buy a new book. So kind of like it's kind of like a reward system for reading your TBR rather than a complete ban, because you are allowed to buy books in there. It came about because in recent years book collecting and TBR building seems to have become as much of a hobby as the act of reading books, and I know that's definitely true for myself. Before I had an e-reader, I used to read a book. Once I'd finished it, I'd go to a bookshop and I'd pick a new book to read. And that's how I bought books. So I had a collection of books. I had a collection of books that I'd read, not that I wanted to read. Maybe occasionally if I was reading a series and there was more than one book to read after that one, I might buy the next couple in the series. But very rarely did I have books on my shelves that I had never read before. And then I went through a major slump and I invested in a Kindle, and at the same time as that I signed up to Kindle Daily Deals emails and other websites that would send you daily emails telling you about deals on ebooks, because I'd also bought a house at that point with my ex-partner, and money was tight and I needed to source books as cheaply as I could, and ebooks were that way. And if I got them for free, all the better. So I did build quite a collection of unread books in the first few years that I had a Kindle, certainly the first 6 or 7 years that I had a Kindle. And I have quite the TBR now. I have between 400 and 500 unread books on my shelves, between my physical shelves and my Kindle shelves. In fact, when I started buying physical books again, that actually translated across to my buying books. So I'd go to the bookshop to buy a book because I needed one to read, and I'd buy 2 or 3 others at the same time. So I do have a little bit of collection of unread physical books as well, which is included in that 400 to 500 figure. So when I saw the 3 people that I follow saw them saying they had to do this, I knew it was a sign. So I went over and I've watched Ollie's video. And yes, this is kind of his reason for doing it, is because book collecting has become as much of a hobby as book reading. And yeah, TBRs are getting out of hand and we need to bring them down. So like I say, Ollie has set himself the task of 100 books before he can buy a new one. Now I know I'm not going to be able to do that. 100 books, that's an entire year of not buying books for me. And I know I'm not going to be able to do that. So I have decided instead that I am going to set myself the target of 15 books. Now they have to be 15 books that I already own. And they can be physical, they can be audio, they can be ebooks. It doesn't matter the format, it just has to be a book that I owned before today, which is the 13th of November. And every time I hit 15 books, I'm allowed to buy a new book if I want to. What I might do is I might just kind of like, if I don't want to buy a particular book at that point, I might allocate a pre-order to that, or I might just keep a tally of how many times I've hit 15 books and how, you know, build it up and then maybe buy them and knock off the tally as I go. It's certainly something I want to try it more than once. I think Ollie's just going to try it once and then see how far he goes and then take himself off the ban. But I'm going to continue doing it. I think because I've set myself such a low number, I think it's quite doable that it's something that I could do, because it just means that every couple of months, because 15 books for me is a couple of months worth of reading. There are going to be a couple of caveats to that. Now, I belong to 2 book clubs. I belong to the Cozy Book Club and I belong to the Literature Club. Now, the Literature Club, I know I'm not going to be able to get those books from my library. So I am going to have to buy those where I can. Because they're romance, a lot of them may be in Kindle Unlimited. I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription. I am not going to pause that subscription because I'm going to use it to buy my Literature Club borrows those books, and occasionally the Cozy Book Club, occasionally the books we read there come up in Kindle Unlimited. I will try to get those from my library because they're more likely to be in my library. I will only buy them if I need to. Now, those will not count towards book buying, and they will not have an impact on the book buying ban, because if I buy a book before I finished 15 books, I have to restart again. So if I read 4 books and then I buy one, I have to start from 1 again, is the other part of the challenge. So yeah, so my book club books are not going to count if I have to buy them, because they're from my book club. I can't avoid buying those in some cases. And like I just said, I've got a Kindle Unlimited account, and if you've been watching my videos through this year, you might have seen my video in June talking about series that I have on the go. I have a lot of series that I am in the middle of, and I need to bring that number down. Some of those series, the next books in the series, are available in Kindle Unlimited. So while I'm not going to pause Kindle Unlimited, I am going to set myself the challenge of only using Kindle Unlimited to continue series that I have already started. And again, those books will not count. However, saying that, although those books will not count as purchases for this, they also will not count towards the 15 books I own being read as well. So if I go through a month where I read 5 books from a series and I've only read 7 books in total that month, only 2 of them will count towards the 15. I hope this makes sense. I hope this is making sense to you. I've just got some notes down here. But yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do. Like I say, I think 15 is doable for me. I don't continue series every month anyway, or if I do, it might only be 1 or 2 books. So yeah, so I definitely need to make an effort to read the books I own, listen to the books I own, before I start buying any more. And yeah, I'm feeling quite energized by this challenge. Anything that gets me reading my TBR and bringing my TBR down is just fabulous. So yes, I really do need to have a go at that now. And yeah, like I say, it starts from today. I do have to admit, I have 2 books on pre-order that are due out the beginning of next year. One of them, I can't remember what the name of it is. It's completely gone out of my head. And the other one is Atalanta, which is the next book by Jennifer Saint in her Greek myth retelling series. And I've pre-ordered the special signed edition from Waterstones. So yeah, so that's my book buying challenge for the next few months, hopefully. Maybe I can stretch it out to a year. Let's see how many times I can get to 15 books without buying any throughout the year. And yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to make myself accountable to YouTube yet. I haven't worked that out because I don't do regular book hauls because my book buying can be quite sporadic. So yeah, so let's see how we go. And yeah, hopefully in a couple of months time I'll be telling you that I've been able to buy a book because I've got through 15. Let me know if you are going to have a go at this challenge, or what sort of book buyer are you? Are you a unread book collector, or do you only collect the books that you've read? Are you that disciplined still that you only buy books as you need them? I'd love to hear from you all in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, then please subscribe to the channel. I'm loving this little community that I've been building. I make videos and they go up every Monday at 6:30 p.m. at UK time. And I look forward to seeing you all in my next one. Bye.